everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be de-influencing some of the most popular viral products. Hands might be thrown. If you love these items, good for you. I wish I did, but sadly I don't. I've watched a few de-influencing videos on YouTube and on TikTok as well, and I've been going back and forth if I should provide you guys with some dupes and alternatives for these items, but then it defeats the whole purpose of this video, which is de-influencing. So I will not be providing any alternatives or dupes because it just doesn't go with what this video is supposed to be about. Maybe in a different video, maybe in a future video, but not this video. The point of de-influencing basically is to just be intentional of what you're buying and what you actually need, and a lot of these things we just don't need. We are just so influenced by the higher ups of influencing and influencers, and even just being influenced by our friends, which happens to me all the time. But we are now going to start de-influencing, and we are just going to be more intentional with our purchases, and we're gonna save money. First thing on my de-influencing list is the Dyson Airwrap. It's still very mind-boggling that I spent over $700 to own this, and to be completely honest with you, I don't really need it, so I kind of fell for it. I was really influenced to get it, but now that I have it, I don't use it as much as I thought I was going to. There's a lot of different ways in styling your hair that all of these things over here, you can probably do all the styling with the things that you already have at home. If you have a blow dryer at home, you're good. If you have Velcro rollers at home, that's good enough. If you have a straightener, that's great. If you have a curling wand, that's awesome. If you have any of those things, you really don't need the Dyson Airwrap. And I know it has this technology where it's not supposed to damage your hair that often, or a lot I should say, but just use what you have, because to be spending $700 is quite a bit of money. Next on my de-influencing list is the Stanley Cup. The very popular Stanley Cup. And yes, I do have two. One is my fiance's and one is mine. You don't need it. It's $50. $50 is a lot to spend on something that just holds water. And to be completely honest with you, it's very inconvenient to have, especially if you're someone who needs to carry a few things to work more than just a backpack. To be holding an extra thing is just really inconvenient. You can't put your Stanley Cup inside your bag because it's going to leak, which it has already happened to me, and everything in my bag got wet. So there's that. There's a $50. It's very inconvenient to hold, and so right now I am currently just using it at home. A $50 bottle to just use at home. And also, depending on, I guess, the car that you own, putting this thing in the cup holder is annoying, because it could fit the bottom part over here, but this handle sometimes just gets in the way. This Stanley Cup is just an inconvenience to life, sadly. Next I have the Always pan. I honestly was highly influenced to get this because I feel like a lot of influencers have it, but also my best friend has it, and she's like, yeah, you should get it. It's like the best pan. It's like a 101. It does all these things. It can steam, it can boil, it can, I don't know, it does a lot of things. And I bought it, and throughout the year and a half or so since I bought it, you guys, look at this. This nonstick is officially gone, and it's really just hard to cook things. It's really sad, and it's really ugly. and it just doesn't work the same anymore. And I've watched a few YouTube videos, like reviews on them, and I should have listened to some of the reviews, but I was like, ugh, it's because you're not supposed to cook on high heat. And you know what? Even when you're not cooking in high heat, this is exactly what happens. This is what happens throughout the few months that I used it, and it just got worse and worse and worse every single time. So the Always pan is being de-influenced, and now I'm in search for another, I don't know, non-stick pan. And I hope I find it soon, because this thing is just really ugly. And when I want to do vlogs and I want to cook, I'm like, ooh, I can't show this. I am also de-influencing the Ultra Mini Uggs. Okay, I know mine's look a little disgusting from the last time I used it, but it's not the reason why I'm de-influencing the Ultra Mini Uggs. The reason why I am de-influencing the Ultra Mini Uggs is this part over here. Oh, where's the fur? None of my other Ugg boots are like this. Only the Ultra Mini Uggs. And I guess it's the way that you slip your foot into it. That's what makes all the Sherpa or whatever at the back like disappear. But let me tell you, it is so hard to put my foot in the Ultra Mini Uggs more than all the other Uggs that I've tried. And I actually injured my index finger. You guys probably can't tell, but my index finger is actually swollen from trying to put my finger into the Ultra Mini Uggs. And I have really narrow feet. I don't know if it's just the pair that I have, but anyone who owns Ultra Mini Uggs, please let me know. Is it really hard for you to get your foot into them? Because I struggle, and now I have a swollen finger. I am also de-influencing Nike Dunk Lows. These are the most uncomfortable shoes that I have ever worn, and I can't believe that I bought this. I fell for it. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody has one. I need a pair. And guess what? They are the most uncomfortable shoe that I own, sadly. But that's all I have to say. There are other alternatives, and I'm really biting my tongue not telling you what the alternative is, because I actually have it here, but I'm not gonna show you because we are just de-influencing. But please, if you guys want really good shoes, do not buy the Nike Dunk Lows. And also, you'll just look like every other girl out there with these pandas. Especially the pandas. This next item might be a little controversial based on its brand. I only tried one thing from this brand, and sadly this one thing isn't really the best, I guess. It really isn't a good start with this brand, and I've heard a lot of things about it. But this next thing that I will be de-influencing is the Skims shapewear, specifically the thong shapewear. The reason being is because I purposely bought a larger size, knowing that I wanted to be slightly comfortable, but also very, I want that hourglass. And it rolls. It rolls more than my actual Walmart shapewear, which is really weird because this was quite a bit of money, and I know I only spent like $19.99 on my Walmart shapewear. And another reason is, and specifically maybe just thong shapewears just in general, it is so uncomfortable, especially when you sit. Oh man, it is real at the back. It hurts. So just maybe thong shapewears in general, let's just de-influence that because it is the most uncomfortable thing. But specifically with this Skims one, it's the rolling, and also based on quality, I have barely worn this and it's already ripping. It's ripping already, and that makes me sad. Don't look at my nails, guys. Oh my gosh, don't look at my nails. But look, it's already ripping, and I really expected more. I also want to de-influence Crocs. I want to go back to the mindset that I had in elementary school and was just like, ooh, I'm never gonna buy Crocs. Yeah, that's me right now. I do have a pair of Crocs, but to be completely honest with you, I probably would not wear them out again. The only time, or as of recently, the only time when I've actually used my Crocs was to throw the garbage out into the bins, and that's basically it. But I'm de-influencing Crocs because I've just been hearing a lot of weird things about Crocs, in a sense that it really just holds a lot of bacteria. And I know we could say that about just regular shoes in general, but I remember back in the day hearing that Crocs just holds a lot of bacteria, more than your actual slipper or even swimming shoes. So I gotta do a little bit more searching on that. But the more that I look at my Crocs, I'm like, they don't even look good. Why did I actually think to buy Crocs? This next thing that I want to de-influence isn't a product, but it's more so a service, and I want to de-influence it for anyone who has really sensitive skin like myself, and it is Ombre powdered brows. I said it, Ombre powdered brows. Girls who are very, very highly sensitive to products and just have sensitive skin, stay away from the ombre brows. And I say this because I have gotten my eyebrows ombre 3-ish years ago, and I haven't gone for my second touch-up because it really took the moisture barrier out of my right eyebrow. Around my right eyebrow, especially the tail, for some reason has just stayed dry after that, no matter how many times I've moisturized, and I've used the thickest moisturizer. Even my Aveeno restorative therapy lotion doesn't work in this area. It's actually kind of crazy. And another reason why I want to de-influence ombre powdered brows is because the lady who did my eyebrows, which has done a lot of work on other people, she told me that the color will not change. And that was one of the reasons why I got ombre powdered brows, because she said it wasn't going to change. And guess what? The color changed. The other day I went to my parents' place and I just had my bare brows, no makeup on them or whatever. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, what's what? What's that? I'm like, nothing. She's like, well, it's really red there. And I looked in the mirror and I realized she was talking about my ombre powdered brows, and the ink is like a brownish red color. And I was like, ooh, that's embarrassing. So now I really have to cover up that area. Any other area on my eyebrows is actually okay. If anything, the ink just faded, but right by like the tail, it's pretty red. So if you're anyone who has sensitive skin, you might want to stay away from ombre powdered brows, or people just in general, stay away from ombre powdered brows. And I also feel like the trend with eyebrows keeps changing, that you don't want to stick to one trend for your eyebrows. So definitely do your research, be aware of who you're going to, and I mean, that's all I could say. I also do have a whole entire playlist on ombre powdered brows, so definitely check that out. Okay, the last two products I'm about to mention I actually don't have with me, but I've only bought these products once. I've used one till it was done, and one I barely used because I hated it. So I'm gonna start off with the product that I finished but didn't really like, and it is the OODIE Scalp Serum. So for me, I want to make sure that my hair still stays on my head and my hair is thick and it's luscious and whatnot. And also I gotta fill in this, it's not a bald spot, guys, it's just my baby hairs don't want to grow ever. And so the reason for buying the OODIE Scalp Serum was to fill in my, you know, my little baby bald spot that will just never grow. And it didn't work. I don't know what it was. It just didn't work, and I read all the reviews and I feel like everybody just had something good to say about it. And the only good thing I have to say about it is that it smelled good. Other than that, it barely did any of its work. I won't show you another product, though I am biting my tongue because it is right here beside me and it has worked wonders. This area used to be like even more bald to like down over like here, and I know I'm pulling my hair back so it looks even worse, but it has changed. It's changed. Just know that it used to be even worse. And even on this side I think it really worked wonders, but this part over here did not exist before. So again, I'm really biting my tongue to not tell you guys what my alternative is, but do not get the OODIE Scalp Serum. I mean, if you had it before and it worked, that's great for you, but it just did not work for me. And the last thing on my de-influencing list is the Laneige sleeping mask. Everybody raves about it, and I cannot rave about it. I think it feels really gross on my lips. The stickiness just is not right for me. It's really not. It's just way too sticky. And if, like, I don't know, I'm moving around and like my hair is just all loose and it's down, bam, sticks right to my lips. Bam, dust on my lips. Ugh, I hated the feeling. I did not like it. I don't know why people actually buy it, and I wanted to love it because everybody else loves it, but it makes me cringe just thinking about the stickiness of it, the consistency. Ugh, I can't. I'm just cringing right now. It's gross. I hate it. I hate it. If you love it, I mean, like, you love it, good for you, but I don't like it at all. So there you guys have it. That is my de-influencing of some of the most popular viral items. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've even made it this far. Comment down below if you want to see some alternatives and dupes for these de-influencing items, and I will definitely take note of it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go do that right now, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.